So what does it really take to write a book right now? As in during the holiday season. You might be excited about getting started with your book. You're thinking about your New Year's resolutions and you're like, you know what? Bump January 1st. It's not this magical pixie dust date. I want to get started right now. Or wherever you happen to be as you are seeing this live or this replay. What does it take to get started with writing your book immediately? I'm going to share that with you. What's up, y'all? What's up, writers? This is Denise Renee. I am a content strategist and book writing coach. And in my last stream, we went over 4 elements that it takes to get started writing your book. And so this week, over the next couple of lives, I'm going to be sharing and breaking down each of those elements. So get your notepads ready, get your pens and paper ready, get your devices ready, because we're going to get into it, okay? And if you have questions, drop them in the comments and I will get to those questions live. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, then drop your questions in the comments and I will respond. All right, I don't like to wait around for 10,000 people to come in, so whoever comes in, but we're gonna get moving. So what does it take to get started writing your book right now? And if you see me looking off to the side, it's because I got notes, y'all. I got notes. All right, so this is gonna be chock full of information, so get ready. All right, so it definitely requires, like I said, 4 elements. And the very first thing is, the very first element or the very first step is to have clarity. So we're gonna break down what you need to be clear about and why it's important to the writing of your book. And I hope that as we go through this material, you're gonna be like, I never thought of that before. Because it happens. When I start sharing this stuff with my clients, they're like, I never thought of that. All right, so the first thing that you need to be clear about to get started writing your book is you need to be clear about the results that you want to have and experience and see after this book is written and it's out there in the ether, right? Okay, what are results? Why are we thinking about this? Because if you think about the end, where you want to go, then you can plot a course to get there. And if you find that on the pathway, you're not quite getting to where you want to get to, you can always redirect. Okay? So you need to know your end result. You need to know your end goal. What do you want to accomplish by writing this book? I'm going to tell you, if you tell me I just want to tell my story. I just, want to get it off my chest. Writing a book is just something I've always wanted to do. And it's just, I just want to put it out there. If that's your reason for writing a book, I'm going to strongly recommend that you don't. Okay? Because writing a book is going to require a lot more clarity and a lot more intentionality than just, I want to tell my story and I want to put it out there. If you're not that concerned about who your story is for or who your book is for or who you're looking to help, who you're looking to entertain, then it's going to be very difficult for you to figure out what to write about, who to write it for, and how to market it. And this is exactly why we need clarity. Now, I will tell you, as a book writing coach, I'm typically working with people who are interested in increasing visibility for their personal or for their business brand. So I'm usually working with professionals, business owners, side hustlers, coaches, consultants, those types of people, and they have a definitive purpose for their book. If you feel like you fall into that category, even if you are still working a 9 to 5 right now, but you're looking to start a secondary income. You're looking to transition from 9 to 5 into having your own consulting business. Or maybe you're just like, I'm not necessarily want to have like a whole business, but I definitely want to speak more in my industry. I definitely want to be seen, as a go-to person. And I definitely have my eyes on like that big C-suite position. And you know what? Having a book as a way to show off my thought leadership, that's a great selling point, and people would love to hire me. And you are absolutely right. So if you fall into any of those types of categories, okay, this video is definitely for you. So if you're looking to use your book, the results that you want to see is that you want to get more clients from your book. Boom, we can work with that. If you want to get more consulting opportunities, more corporate consulting gigs, boom. If you want to, let's say, get more speaking opportunities, right? You want to be invited for those nice, cushy 5 and 6 figure speaking gigs for at all these big conferences and little regional ones too. Boom, bet. Okay, maybe you're looking to get more opportunities to be featured on media. You're looking to be, as seen on ABC and Fox and NBC and let's say the Washington Post and Inc. magazine. You want to be featured in these places that are so reputable. That's cool too. All right. A book can help you definitely accomplish all of those goals and raise your personal or your business profile. If those are the types of goals that you have, that's the type of book that I can help you write. Okay. And those goals, there's nothing wrong with those goals, all right? Now, let's say you are kind of in the spiritual community, or you're into really wholeness, wellness, and that kind of thing. And your point for your book is, I really want to get my message out to help, people who have been abused or people who have been, traumatized in this one specific type of way. I really want to help this particular group of people. That's perfect too. Okay, so even if it's not necessarily about the business and buy, sell of it all, that's okay. You still have a message to sell. You're selling healing. Okay, you're selling hope, and it's okay, right? But you have a goal. It's clear. All right, that's what we're looking for. Clarity. What do you want to accomplish once your book is out there in the world, doing its thing with the ideal people that you would love for it to do its thing with? That's what you need to be clear about. Okay. So being clear about what results you want to accomplish, it's going to help you to inform your content. Now that gives you a way to say, okay, this is what I need to write about. If I'm looking to help, if I want these results, then my book should be about this. All right, so that it can get me those results. It's going to inform your content. It's gonna help you understand what it'll help you really tap into what your audience wants to know about. All right, so you'll not just go off by, oh, well, I want to write this. No, you need to write. If you want people to buy your book, you got to write something that they want to read. All right, so knowing what are the results that you want to accomplish, it's going to help you understand, okay, then I need to shape my content this way, all right? And then also, it's going to help you to really zone in on, well, what are the problems and the challenges that my audience is having? Now, you can create content in the form of your book that's going to help that audience and get you the results that you're looking for, okay? Now, there's a couple more pieces we got to throw in there. We're going to throw them in there. All right, so also understanding what results you want to have, it also informs the funnel that you create from your book. Now, I like to call it a book funnel. So you want to take a book reader from being a reader to someone who is now in your communications, and they've taken you up on some type of free offer, and then you move them into some kind of paid offer, whatever your business is. So that book to customer journey, understanding what the results that you want to accomplish are, will help you determine the content and the pathway that you're going to create for that person to go from reader to customer. Or maybe you're not necessarily looking for customers, but you're looking for collaborators. You're looking for other, to network with other people in your industry, as other thought leaders in your industry. Well, it's going to, again, help you direct how you're going to shape all of that content that's going to go inside of your book. And also understanding what your end result is going to be. It's going to help you to think about what your promotional strategies are going to be. And we'll get into that into the next section. All right, so the next thing that we need to be clear about is your audience. All right, now I'm going to tell you my biggest pet peeve as a book writing coach and as an editor. Someone tells me a little bit about their book, like, yeah, I want to write about this. Okay, cool. Well, who's your intended audience? Who's your target audience for this book? Everyone. Your book is not for everyone, okay? If your book is for everyone, you have in effect made it for no one, okay? Your book has a specific target audience. Everyone is not going to buy your book. They're just not, okay? What's her name? Britney Spears. She has a book out. Okay, I know who Britney Spears is. Okay, yeah, I like the one or two of her songs back in the day, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm not particularly interested in buying her book. Because a lot of the stuff played out in the tabloids. Now, if I bought it, I would be interested in just hearing her side of the story, what she was thinking about and what she was going through as she was going through, all of the things that I basically witnessed for most of her life. So Brittany doesn't necessarily have a book customer in me, but there's plenty of people who are diehard Britney fans or just nosy, and they're going to buy that book. Boom. That's the audience for that particular book. I'm not the target audience. So you have to think about who in the world is the ideal person to purchase and read and benefit from your book. Who is that? If you're that person who is looking to help people heal from specific types of traumas, okay, well, then the perfect and ideal person to read that book is someone who has suffered through this particular type of trauma. Where are you going to find those people? Are there groups and are there programs that are catering to these types of people? Well, now you know that you need to get your hands in the books of those program directors. And maybe they will buy your book in bulk. They'll buy 50 copies at a time. Who wants to go around selling one book at a time? If they buy 50 copies at a time and distribute it to everyone in that organization who needs to read it, how powerful is that? Not only for you financially, you just sold 50 books in one shot, and guaranteed because the organization paid for it, but now you've put your books in the hands of people who need it the most. Boom. Okay? So you gotta know who your audience is. You can have, your audience is going to be your ideal book readers or buyers. And they could be either your ideal clients, okay, or customers for your products and for your services. They could be the industry leaders and thought leaders that you want to network with. It could be the companies and brands that you want to work with and partner with and collaborate with and get brand deals with, etc. Or they could just be people who are just fans of your brand and they will just support any and everything that you do. Who is your audience? Knowing that will help you determine what type of content needs to be in this book for that loyal fan base. Like I said, like that diehard Britney Spears fan base. Well, she's going to tell you things that you would have never seen in the tabloids, things that you would have never seen in an interview. Like, I forgot, one of these celebrities did either some kind of interview or a book or something like that. And they were like, I think it was Toni Braxton. She was like, yeah, this one particular interview that Oprah did with me, really made me feel bad, whatever. So we all saw the interview when it happened, but we didn't know what Toni Braxton felt on the other side of that. So that's like the juicy kind of information that Brittany or anyone else would want to put into their book, the things that people didn't see, the behind the scenes, the, just the all access pass. All right. So knowing your audience will help you dictate what to put into your book. And it's also going to help you be able to know who to promote your book to and know where to promote it. So I just gave you that great example for if you are, looking to help people in a specific community. Now you know where to go to find those people and how to reach them with your book. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is that you have to be clear about your content. Okay, so we talked about being clear about the results that you want to accomplish. We talked about being clear about who your audience is. And the third thing you need to be clear about before you can get started writing your book is being clear on your content. Now, getting clear on those first two things they have a trickle down effect, because I have talked a little bit about that content. So now let's dig into it a little bit more. So your content is what you want to say, to whom you want to say it, in a way that they'll receive it and take action as a result. Okay, so I know there's a mouthful, so let's go through it again. Your content is what you want to say, to whom you want to say it, in a way that they will receive it, because you can't be selfish here, okay, and take action with you as a result. All right, so you don't just want them to, oh, okay, that was a nice book. No, if you're looking to have a book funnel, you're looking to have a pipeline of reader to customer, you need them to take some sort of action. And so your book content has got to encourage and inspire that action that you would like them to take. So I'll also tell you that, I think I said sell ya and tell ya in one word. I'll also tell you that your book's content, you have to convey one main idea. A lot of times people come to me and they're like, well, I want to write a book about my life, but then I want to talk about my business, and then I want to talk about this and that, and, I'm spiritual. And if you have more than one idea, you have more than one book, okay? Your book has to convey one clear idea so that people know what you're talking about and they can take the action that you would like them to take. Your book's content has got to be useful or entertaining, okay? So either or sometimes both, okay? Some people have that really special knack for like being really useful, but like maybe being really funny or really sarcastic or really lighthearted or whatever. So it's like you're enjoying the read while you're getting through this, step-by-step how-to book, let's say. For your readers who are going to be a fit for your business, the content of your book should lead them into that next step in your funnel. Or if your ideal reader are the colleagues in your field, then your book should inspire and prompt them to want to reach out to you and collaborate with you and connect with you and invite you to come and speak and do all of those collaborating, networking kind of things. All right. So these are the three areas that you need to be very crystal clear on. And if you are clear on these things, getting your book started is so much easier because it begins to lay out the steps that you need to take on your own personal roadmap. Now, if I laid out these points and you're just like, maybe I've heard that before, but that I never heard about before. Or maybe it's like, whoa, this is all brand new to me. And maybe I was thinking a little bit differently about my book, but now you got me thinking some kind of way. Now you got me feeling some kind of way, Denise Renee. Well, if that is the case, then, and you are very serious about getting started with your book, with writing your book now, then I want to invite you into an opportunity that I have. Now, it is right now, today. It is called the Get Started Writing Your Book, the Live Accelerator. It is a combination of a preset curriculum, where you will read some materials and also watch some explainer videos, and there is also a workbook. But a lot of times people will kind of call that a course. It's not really a course. I put it into the format of an ebook. It's very readable, very easy to get through, but it's a lot of information. And I also know that a lot of times it's so easy to buy something real quick and say, okay, I'm gonna get to that, I'm gonna do it. And you never do. Your product that's got all the gold in it is just sitting there waiting for you to mine it. That's the thing about gold. There's gold to be discovered, but you gotta get your pick, you gotta get your shovel, you gotta get your bucket, you gotta pick and dig and dig and dig. And then when you get that ore, you get that nugget, then you gotta clean it off and you gotta refine it before it's usable. So there's some work involved. And a lot of times people think that, oh, if I just buy this one product, or if I just, hire this person, then, everything's gonna magically just fall into place. When you hire me as someone to help you walk through the steps with you. And that's exactly what this opportunity is. The Live Accelerator is this curriculum, but it's also a group coaching session where you get the opportunity to have me help you customize the information for your situation. So all the questions that you might have, like, hey, wait a minute, how do I get clear on who my audience is, and how do I, figure this out? I work that out with you through the live sessions that we have. So you don't have to sit there and go through the curriculum alone, or you don't have to sit there and work through the workbook alone. I am there with you to help you. If this sounds like something that you would love, that's going to really help you move the needle in actually getting your book written, then I want to invite you, if you're on if you are on Instagram, then DM me the word accelerator. DM me the word accelerator. If you are watching this as a replay on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or any place else that I will put it, it's going to be in a YouTube video, and I'll distribute it where I distribute it. But there will be a link inside the description box of the YouTube video, and probably of the post that is associated with this, where you can go and check out the Live Accelerator. Now, I have a special group. It's a special group of people who are going to be starting with me in December 2023. Yes, in the holiday season. These are people who are serious. They're just like, you know what? If I can get started on my book and have a first draft completed within a few weeks, and I could actually start the pre-sales process of my book in January and February, sign me up. And if that's you, I've got some really special bonuses. I've got a special pricing for you. And I also am going to give you some extra time. No other cohort is getting this, okay? This is my Black Friday special deal for you. You're gonna get extra time to work with me in January, extra sessions, because I know the holidays be crazy. Now, there is one session that is mandatory that you attend. You have to be able to attend that one session, and it's coming up in about 2 weeks on December 9th. The cutoff point for applying is Tuesday, December 5th, which is next week, Tuesday. So go take a look at that page. Let me know if you have any questions, or you know what, you can submit your application. You can't just like buy or sign up. You have to submit your application, and then we have a live review session. So your questions will be answered in that live review session. And if it is a good fit for you, then you will be invited to secure your spot in the December cohort. Now, if you happen to see this and maybe it's past December or it's past the deadline, you're like, oh my goodness, are there any other cohorts that are coming up? I do have some cohorts planned for 2024, but I tell you what, they're not going to get this pricing that's existing right now, and they're not going to get extra coaching, live coaching sessions. So if this is something that you're just like, I'm very serious about getting my book done, and I know I need help, and I know I don't want to just like sit there and try to struggle on my own, this is a fantastic opportunity. Especially for those of you who have been, man, I learned more and more that there are more people who are watching me and paying attention to me than I ever think. Sometimes people don't necessarily comment on the lives, or they may not show up on the lives. But when I see them in real life, or when we talk or whatever, they're telling me everything that I've said. And I'm like, okay, you've been paying attention. So I know you have been paying attention. Don't tell me no. I know. So this is a fantastic opportunity. If you've been thinking about it, thinking about working with me, thinking about what's that thing that's going to help me really move forward with my book, this is it. So again, if you're on Instagram, DM me the word accelerator, or if you are on any other platform, check the link in the description to get all of the details. Submit an application, and at the end of the application, it's just going to ask you a few questions. You'll be able to schedule a time to speak with me about your book. I want to help you win in 2024. So if you're ready to get that jump start on, check out the Live Accelerator. Now, I'm going to be back live tomorrow with the next piece in our little puzzle here. The next, excuse me, of our 4 steps, or the 4 elements that you need to get started writing your book live. So make sure you are following me on Instagram at Writing with Denise Renee, or if you, wherever you are watching this, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, or you're following me on LinkedIn. However you're getting this, make sure you are following me so you can get the next step in how to get started writing your book right now. I'll see you guys in the next one.